Sarah stared out her home office window, watching the familiar figure pacing back and forth in the neighboring yard. The hired nurse clutched her phone tightly, her voice carrying across the fence as she pleaded with what sounded like a creditor on the other end. "Please, I just need more time," the woman's voice cracked with desperation. 3 weeks had passed since the nurse began caring for Sarah's elderly neighbor, Mr. Thompson, who lived alone with advancing dementia. His concerned family had hired professional help, seeking comfort in knowing their loved one wouldn't be alone during the long days. But what Sarah witnessed daily painted a different picture entirely. The morning sun cast long shadows as Sarah settled into her work routine. The familiar sounds of her neighbor's care beginning what she hoped would be a peaceful day. Instead, at exactly 10 a.m., the nurse's phone rang. Then another call. And another. By noon, Sarah had counted 7 different conversations, each one revealing another layer of the woman's financial struggles: overdue rent, maxed out credit cards, threats of utility shutoffs. Sarah's heart ached as she listened to the raw desperation in the woman's voice. She understood the crushing weight of financial stress, the sleepless nights, the constant anxiety. But inside that house sat Mr. Thompson, probably wondering where his caregiver had gone, possibly calling out for help that wouldn't come. Or simply sitting in lonely silence. The irony wasn't lost on Sarah. The nurse desperately needed this job to solve her money problems, yet her personal crisis was preventing her from actually doing the work. Meanwhile, Mr. Thompson's family was paying good money, trusting that their vulnerable loved one was receiving attentive care. As 3:30 p.m. approached, Sarah calculated the hours in her head. Nearly 5.5 hours outside on personal calls. Maybe an hour total inside checking on Mr. Thompson, if she was being generous. The ethical dilemma gnawed at her stomach. Should she intervene? Would she be destroying a struggling woman's livelihood? Or would she be protecting a vulnerable man who couldn't advocate for himself? Sarah's fingers hovered over her keyboard, unable to focus on work. She imagined Mr. Thompson's confusion, his potential needs going unmet. She pictured his family's faces if they knew the truth. Then she thought about the nurse's desperate voice, the mention of children who needed food, the fear of eviction. The weight of responsibility pressed down on Sarah's shoulders. She wasn't just a silent observer anymore, she was a witness to potential neglect, but also to human suffering. The nurse's struggles were real and heartbreaking, but so was Mr. Thompson's vulnerability. 2 people in crisis, and Sarah held information that could change everything for both of them. What would you do? Have you ever found yourself caught between protecting someone vulnerable and showing compassion to someone struggling? Share your thoughts below. Sometimes the most difficult decisions reveal the most about our values and humanity.